Good afternoon, Iona College. How's everybody doing? We're back live for another week of VG Sports Hub. This week we also have a guest with us to go over all your sports. To my left, though, as always, Gio the G-Shocker here.
What's up, everyone? Let's get this going.
And we got Antonio here with us today, another Iona College student with us.
Good to be here, you guys. I'm excited.
Yeah, Antonio's also going to have his show starting on Mondays before Joe. What time?
10 to 11 Mondays. I'm going to be covering all your NFL action from the weekend. Basketball's kicking off the NBA, so I'm going to be covering that too. But I'm going to try and keep it local with the local teams. And, yeah, that's about it. Excited to get that started next week.
Yeah, Antonio's a good friend of ours. We all know we all talk sports, and that's what we're here for today. So, couple things we're going to go over today, just a quick rundown. We got the Monday Night Football game from last night, and also the World Series, which is on tonight, big game, Game 6, and also the NBA, which starts tonight, first couple games of the regular season, and Antonio, also a big soccer fan over here with Gio, which they've been trying to get me involved, but they're going to keep you covered with all that also. So we're going to dive right in over here now with the Monday Night Football game from last night between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys being home. Very fun game to watch last night with a lot of action-packed. Final score 20-17 in OT. Washington gets the W. Colt McCoy in this game, 299 yards with an interception in the very beginning. Started off to a slow start, but then picked it up tremendously in the second half. And also on the other end, we had Tony Romo, who went 17 of 28, 209 yards, who actually had to be taken out of the game for a bit in the third quarter. He left after getting sacked by Keneen Robinson in the third, and after he laid motionless for several minutes, but returned in the final drive of regulation when he was escorted down by the owner, Jerry Jones. Nice little comeback there from him. We had Whedon come in backup for him. He went 4 for 6, 69 yards with a touchdown, scoring 10 points over 2 drives. So he definitely did his part. And, let me get a little feedback from this game. Let me start with Gio. What do you think about this game, G?
All right, so first of all, shocking loss for Dallas because they came into the game doing so well, 6-1. They were arguably the best team in the NFL, that's what it seemed like. Besides the Broncos, they had one of the best records. Colt McCoy really surprised a lot of people in this game because there's been a whole controversy with RG3, Kirk Cousins, and now they put McCoy in. He had 299 yards. He was 25 of 30, and he had a rushing touchdown besides the pick. Like you said, he started slow, but he did really good coming in, and he won the game for them basically in the OT. He had some sick passes, and Reed had to make a good pass to set up a field goal that would eventually be the game winner. We had Romo, as you said, he was injured. Probably should have stayed out because Brandon Whedon was actually doing well in the 2 drives, like you said, 10 points in 2 drives. I think Romo should have stayed out because you never know, he could have had further injury. But overall, it's a shocking loss because the Redskins weren't playing that well, and they beat, like I said, arguably the best team. So, Antonio, you got anything to say about this?
Yeah, what was more shocking to me, Gio, is when you saw Romo come back into that game. Brandon Whedon, over 2 drives, leads 2 drives in the third quarter and fourth quarter, 10 points. Romo took a shot to the back. We all know he had back surgery last year. He comes back, second play of him coming back, that last drive in the fourth quarter, he takes another shot, fumbles the ball. Cowboys hands, you gotta be holding your breath at a time like that. I just didn't understand the decision. Whedon played well. Why can't you just leave him in and ride him out for the end of the game?
Yeah, and you could tell Romo wasn't ready. He was struggling to throw the ball, and he wasn't in a rhythm. You had Whedon going in a rhythm. So he probably should have stayed in. What do you think, Vin? What do you think about it?
Yeah, in my opinion, I agree with the both of you guys. Whedon, if you got your backup quarterback that's doing his thing and he's doing it the right way, I think why don't you just ride him out? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't this is a huge rival also, by the way. You got to look at it with that. These two teams coming out of the NFC East, and we know how Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones is one of the most, I guess you can call him
passionate,
involved owner in his team. He's a big guy when it comes to, he could be a coach in my opinion, really. So, but that's the way he runs his team. He wanted him back in, and didn't quite work out well for him going into overtime. They had the chance on that last drive. Romo could have done it, but he didn't get it done. We'll never know what would have happened. But yeah, we'll see how things are going forward now. Hopefully Romo can bounce back from that little injury there.
I was impressed by the way Washington kept it together. They're on their third quarterback. They got a guy in Jay Gruden, a rookie head coach. Season on the line. What are they? They're 3-5. What they win? They're 2-5 going into that game. They got the future of their season on the line. RG3's been on the bench for a while with that injury. You don't know when he's coming back. They keep saying week to week. They're still trying to figure out how he's progressing in practice and whatnot. But yeah, Colt McCoy stepped it up after 3 years of not starting. He used to play with the Browns. He actually used to play with Whedon. He used to back up Whedon when he was in Cleveland. After 3 years, he makes his first start in his home state of Texas. It was a great story.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. But that'll do it for us for Monday Night Football for this week. We're gonna take a short break real quick, but after that, we're gonna come back to you guys with the World Series, and we're going on with Game 6. That'll be tonight, and we'll get you guys all covered with that after this short break. Don't go anywhere.